Welcome. This is the Sunrise Daybreakers Tribe. An opportunity to connect to nature, an opportunity to connect to Source, and an opportunity to connect to community. Welcome. It is a brand new day, and we have the opportunity to be able to paint the canvas of this picture any way we choose. I believe that you watch these videos because you too desire positive transformational change in your life. And that's what we are here to talk about. This morning, we're talking about 5,467 promises of hope. According to Joyce Meyer, there are 5,467 promises of hope in a book, and that book is called the Bible. And I believe that that is the truth. As a matter of fact, I know that it's the truth, and those promises in that book do come true. I'm living proof that when I put my faith in my higher power, whom I call God, my life can change for the better, and it has. I was homeless at one point. I had nothing left. I was living in the woods, doing my best to stay out of the rain, suffering through the intense heat that we have here in Sarasota, Florida, fighting off the raccoons because they wanted what I had left when it came to food. But even in that low spot in my life, and by the way, I created that situation for myself because of the choices that I had made, I found hope. And I found hope because in the past I had learned how to go about living at least in a better manner. You know, I had to admit that my life was totally unmanageable. You know, it was just out of control, and that by my own will, clearly I wasn't making good decisions to be able to enjoy life. And I believe that life is made so that we can enjoy it and do the best we possibly can to be the best person that we can become. And in the Bible, it tells us how to do this. So I had to turn my will and my life over to the care of my God. I had to have complete faith in Him that it would get better. I set that intention, and then I had to work towards achieving becoming an asset to the community instead of a liability. I've been there. I stood in those lines to get food or clothing or whatever the situation might have been that I needed. I've stood on the street corner with a sign that said I will work to try and generate some money. I started working. I ended up, God answered the prayer. Number one, I had friends step up and take me off the street, said, Stephen, come, stay with us. We'll help you. Thank God for friends. That was the first promise, that other brethren were there to try and help support me to get myself back together. Now at the LWN Foundation, the Live with Nature connection is all about that resource. Now this was 11 years ago that I'm talking about. It's taken 11 years to get to the point that I'm at today. So I had to be patient, and I just had to trust that God would answer my prayers. But then I had to do something about it so that I could bring on, joy and peace. You know, God promises us so darn much. Over 5,000 promises, she says in that Bible. Now, a couple of things that we got to remember. Number one is that if you happen to believe in Jesus Christ, which I do, He's my role model. I believe that He died on the cross. I believe in John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. So that was the first step to recognize that, you know what? I'm forgiven for my past. So I had to release the past, and that's been a continuous, ongoing project, is to just forgive myself for the stuff that I had done, and for the pain that I had created, not only for myself, but for everybody around me. Right? Well, if Jesus died on the cross for my sins, then by gosh, what? Why am I holding it against myself anymore? I had to release that past. I had to release the self-limiting thoughts that I had so that I could bear the fruits of the spirits. In Galatians 5, it tells us that the fruits of the Spirit are love and joy and peace and patience and goodness, kindness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. But it also tells us in there that we had to go through long suffering, that we had to go through difficult times in order to draw our strength from it so that we could have this happiness and this joy. This is not an easy road that I have chosen to take, but it is worthwhile, because when I get up every morning, I say a prayer of gratitude so that I can start my day being thankful for the fact that I'm alive, number one. That I have the ability to be able to stand here in front of this camera and share my story and let you know that there is, in fact, hope. In the darkest of times, it might not seem like it. It's the most difficult thing you'll ever do. It's you can't see the forest for the trees in front of you thing. But if there's, and I believe that within this, there's this little light. And that light is very dim at that moment when you're in the darkness, because the darkness is pervading, and it's more powerful than that light at that moment. But that light can be stronger, and the darkness will run away when you start to shine that light. And when you start shining that light, it's going to start getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It might start as an ember, but it'll end up being a bonfire if you'll allow it. And that is the key part. You have to be willing to allow it. And that's not easy. Joyce Meyer tells us that hope is the expectation of something good about to happen in our life. And these days, it seems like, what could I be grateful for? Because there's just so much misery. And the world seems like it's coming apart at the seams. But in fact, these are all things that we can draw from to have strength and look for the positive and how we can adapt those situations to become better. A better person, a better community. For instance, the COVID-19 has done nothing but help us become more aware of our health, that it's important to boost our immune system, and that the fact that we're even alive, we should have joy in that. It might not seem like that for some people. I know it. I hated my life for so many years. I said before I went to bed, I wished I was dead. And I had to come to the realization that by me drinking and drugging to mask reality and get to a, quote, more comfortable place, to take away my worries, wasn't the answer, because that's all it was a mask. I had to take that mask off. I had to turn my life and my will over to the care of God as I understood Him. I had to make amends for the things that I had done wrong. I had to share it with another person. And in the end, what do I have to do? Carry my message to the world about how I overcame these difficult times, and I could enjoy every day of my life. Do I have moments where it sucks totally and that I can tend to get frustrated? Yes, it does. Those are the old tapes trying to play off. But through positive affirmation, through empowering yourself to take action, and stepping into your fear, stepping out of that comfort zone, releasing the self-limiting thinking, and putting your faith in a higher power, whether it's my God and my Jesus or some other God, or, I want you to do it. I heard one time, I don't care what you have as your higher power, whether it's your car, if you happen to have one, whether it's the doorknob. If you think that's a higher power than you, trust it unconditionally, and things will start to change for you. So I want you to step out in your faith, right? I want you to step past your fears. I want you to say goodbye to the past. And I want you to turn it over to a higher power. And when you do those things, you can enjoy every moment. Because the second these other old tapes come up, you just simply say to your mind, let's think something positive. Where is the positive in this? Okay? We have to acknowledge our emotions and our feelings based on our experiences in the past, but we need to look at them and say, where was the positive message? Because there is one. It's a scientifically proven fact that wherever there is good, there's bad too. It's all part of the whole. It's all about a perspective. And so if we have a positive perspective, surround ourselves with people that we want to be like, reinforce it with healthy routine, our lives will get better. That's what I want for you. I want you to have a blessed and abundant life. And there's so many promises, like I said, over 5,000. One of them is we can have anything we want. He'll give us everything in his time, not my timeline. Because if it was my timeline, I'd have had it a long time ago. But that's not the case. So you have to be patient. Be patient. Be understanding. Allow the Spirit to speak to you and speak through you. All right. This is the opportunity to connect to nature. I started out with the star in the sky. I believe that's not a star as much as it is a planet. I believe it's Saturn. Still haven't verified that fact. I've looked it up in the past because I've been doing this for years, and it happens every year. Sometimes when it's close to the moon, it's Saturn, and sometimes as well you can see Saturn and the International Space Station at the same time. And you know what? I just love being out in nature. Nature's healing for you. So today, if you can, take a walk. Go down the park. Spend some time with family outside. Maybe work in the garden if you have one, or water the lawn if you have one. Water a plant if you don't, or something. Yes, water somebody else's plant, especially if it's hot and it's been dry and it hasn't rained, right? We talked yesterday about doing a random act of kindness. So what happened for me was this. I had to do a random act of kindness because I said that I would. And I asked you to do it too. My random act of kindness comes up today at 4:30 Eastern. I'll be on Facing Your Fears with it's Facing Your Fears by Evangelist Norma Chapman. She's not doing well. She's ill right now. She has a respiratory problem, but she asked me to help her, so I'm going to do that. So that's my random act of kindness. I decided that no matter what, I just needed to be there for her. And be there for everybody else that's going to be listening. If you can, there's a post. Dial in. You can press 1. We can maybe get you on the air. Dr. David Patton, minister, has a big church in Louisiana. Has some great products. Water. We talked about that last night, about how important hydration is. Yeah. So if you didn't happen to see it, we had a great show last night, the Ask Dr. Jenny show. Just ton of great free health information. Of course, we do have products available. They're on the website, the LWN Foundation.org. Yeah, we got some products up there. She's a chemist. She's a naturopath. She is a compounder. She has a health and wellness location right here in Sarasota. I'll be meeting with her, as a matter of fact, at noon. great partner, director of our advisory board for the medical aspect of our company. Um, I'm blessed, and I'm blessed that you're here. I want to say thank you. Part of this broadcast is just connecting to the nature, enjoying the opportunity to welcome in a brand new day, listening to the birds singing, watching the sun come up, having an opportunity for a connection to nature, but you can use it for meditation. Good opportunity to just repeat some affirmation statements. To recognize and reflect on the statement that I made about the fact that there's over 5,000 promises of joy. That's guaranteed to us. But it doesn't just happen on its own. We actually have to do something about it. I want you to be happy. I'm going to just let you listen to the birds singing here. I'll be back very shortly with a closing statement. In the meantime, enjoy the view. Have a nice, peaceful few moments here. I'll be back very shortly. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful sunrise. It is a beautiful day here. I know that Maria said, "Oh, can we see something new?" Well, yes, I'm going to be going to the celery fields here very soon again. Sometimes it's difficult for me to get out first thing in the morning. So I film here from my front yard right here in Sarasota, Florida, on the west coast of the Gulf of Mexico in Florida. We certainly appreciate everybody who takes time to come and join us. This morning I was talking about 5,467 promises of hope. And you know what? If you're here, I have hope. And then together, as we have hope together, we shine such a bright light. This world needs us, and it needs us now. It needs our love. It needs our light. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who comes to join us. For whatever reason, I am not seeing comments come across on this phone here. I saw them when I was looking at it on my computer. I just want to say thank you to everybody that joined us this morning. I want to say thank you to Sandy. I want to say thank you to Emmanuel Laverty, to Maria Draskin, Valentine Meredzwika. If you didn't see that interview, you got to check that out. That was Valentine on our Get to Know broadcast. What a dynamic gentleman that guy is, I tell you. All the way from South Africa. That was really awesome. Adam Shelton, and everybody else who takes time to come and join me. I really appreciate you. If you didn't happen to catch last night, the Ask Dr. Jenny show, we just talked about preventing chronic illness, and how important that is, and how we need to boost our immune system and the ways that we can do that. Feel free to take a look at that. We just really appreciate everybody's support. I will be back, of course, tomorrow morning. I've got the Sunrise Daybreakers tribe. I'll be about 6:10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll watch another sunrise. We'll enjoy that connection to nature, which is so healing. We'll listen to the birds sing. I'll have another message. Tomorrow we're talking about love. And who doesn't want to be loved? Well, some of us might not want to be loved. I was certainly in that position. But when I started loving myself, then I found that I could actually love others. I could love them truly instead of, superficially, or act like I loved them, So we'll talk about love. Our regularly scheduled town hall get to know broadcast, it will be rescheduled. We'll be back the following week. I'll be doing some volunteering services this weekend here. We got a big deal going on. Blast on the Bay, fundraiser, good time for fundraising for Suncoast Charities for Children right here in town. Lucy Nicondri, such a dynamic person. She was also on my Get to Know. What a great foundation, helping actually more than just the children. They help adults. They help 6 different organizations right here in town, so that we can make a positive impact. That's what this is all about, making a positive impact in ourselves and then in society. It's a great thing. That brings tons of joy when we give of ourselves. I'll be actually on the radio this evening at 4:30 Eastern, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. Thank you, Evangelist Norma Chapman, who I also saw was here with us. She's been suffering, just got out of the hospital, so I'll be helping her with her show this evening, Facing Your Fears. And so look for that post. Feel free to dial in that phone number, listen on in. You can press 1, you can join us. Hopefully we can get you on the radio. If you have some thoughts, we'd love to hear from you. We're going to be talking with Dr. David Patton out of Louisiana, a minister, also a person that's trying to help 1 million people this year by providing quality water. So that we want to join us for that as well. He's making a big difference in society. So I want us all to have a great day. I'll go ahead. I'll just let this video roll. We'll watch this sun coming up. Look forward to me going out to the celery fields. That's here in Sarasota. I don't live very far from there. That's a fabulous unobstructed view. We'll listen to the lions roaring as they wake up, the birds, and just catch a spectacular sunrise. It's so much fun. It's just one of my favorite places in the universe to go besides Siesta Key Beach, which for me is such a grounding, beautiful beach. I hope you're doing well. Know that there is hope if you're feeling hopeless. If I can help or the foundation can help you find some hope or support you in any way, reach out to us. Let us know. That's why we're here. We've got exciting things coming. We're building this list of referrals so that we can get you to the people that can help you with your specific needs. If you're suffering with mental health issues, we're going to be having a new show coming up navigating mental health. It's going to be so awesome. We're going to be continuing with the Ask Dr. Jenny show, which is a bunch of free medical information. The town hall, Get to Know, where we introduce people that are making a positive impact. Next week we'll have Kevin Rouse on. He's a local down here in Northport, Florida. I love him. I've known him for a few years. He's a great guy. We'll be talking with him. And in the meantime, we're coming up on a weekend. It's going to be a big weekend here in Sarasota. I hope that you have some good plans. Let's enjoy Thursday. I want to say happy Thursday to you. I'll continue to just let this video roll. You can enjoy the birds. Enjoy this little opportunity to connect to nature. I'll see you soon. God bless you and have a super, super day. This is Stephen Smith. I'll stop talking for now, and I will see you soon. Enjoy this nature connection. Please remember that if you're feeling hopeless right now, I understand. I felt hopeless in the past as well. But I know that when I have faith in a positive and successful future, as God says, and this I shall give to you, we can have anything that we choose, but we have to start with taking the choice. Step out of your fear, or step into your fear, excuse me. Step past the limitations. Have complete faith that you can achieve your dreams and goals, and that will be the beginning of a wonderful journey that you can enjoy. God bless you. Take care, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching.